Hello, my name is Kara and I'm the Work Study Coordinator at UC Santa Cruz. In this video, I'm taking our off-campus work study partners through the timesheets for their students so you can log their hours and ensure that they are paid on time. So everyone will be given a timesheet per student that you have hired. It'll have that student's name at the top. It'll have your organization listed here so you can find that and some quick information about this sheet in general. On the bottom, you'll see that there are different tabs, and these indicate the biweekly period that a student will be accruing hours in. You'll see on the right here a notice on when this timesheet must be submitted or completed so that a student can be paid on time. It's always going to be a Friday. It's going to be every other Friday. And we're asking that this is completed by 8 a.m. so that if there are any differences in what you have included on your timesheet and then what a student submits on their timesheet, I'll have time to follow up with you both. So a little bit more information on that. All the students are actually submitting their hours through a UCSC system called Cruise Pay. They're going to do that bi-weekly as well. And that's what I'll actually be approving so that they can get paid by the school. And before I approve it, I'm going to look at your timesheet and make sure that the numbers that you've included on the days that you've included matches what the student has included as well. So again, just complete that by Friday, and I'll probably be reaching out to if there's any delay in this. So how do you actually go about filling out this timesheet? We're going to start on this first tab here, which is 921 to 928. I know this is not when you will start logging hours for your student because as of now, it's October 17th. But what's important you do on this tab is just two sections here. That's the current wage and the initial work study balance. So the current wage is whatever the hourly wage is for the student. So this is going to range from $16 an hour to $20+ an hour, depending, on what you're paying. So just go ahead and update this. If you're paying $20 an hour, you're going to put 20 here. The initial work study balance, either I'll have included this for you or you'll need to adjust it based on what I've told you. But this is going to be anywhere from usually $1,000 to $4,000. And we want this to be accurate. So I'm going to say this is $4,000 for this specific student. And as I go into the tabs after this, you'll notice that they're all updated to $20 an hour and $4,000. So a lot of these cells are linked together. So that's why it's important that you start at the very beginning here. Now let's jump into our current time period here. So 1013 to 1026. I've already gone ahead and included some hours in this section. So for the hours worked, you're going to include that on a per day basis. If I go ahead and delete all of those here and just show you, say a student works, yeah, we'll say the same thing, 5 and 5. That'll update for the total pay period hours. Don't just type in a number here because it can kind of mess with the system and the function that we've included. So make sure you're doing that on a daily basis and that will update. So if a student works 10 hours a week and they're getting paid $20 an hour, the earnings for that period are going to be $200. This is how much the student is earning and not how much you will be responsible for paying. From here, we're going to subtract the earnings from the work study balance so you can see a real-time estimate or a real-time value of how much work study award is left for that student, which is really going to tell you how many more hours they can work. Because as you know, as soon as a student has used their entire work study award, they will no longer be an employee of UC Santa Cruz. We will terminate them. It's up to you to decide if you would like to hire them on yourselves or not. So as we move through time here, I've already included some other hours in this section, but you'll notice that remaining work study balance is going to update and stay true. So as soon as you're seeing around $500 remaining work study balance, that's a good time to have a conversation with the student and let them know, hey, based on this, you can work X amount of hours. That's going to be 2 weeks, whatever it may be. So they have a clear expectation of how long they'll be employed. So that's really all you need to be aware of for the timesheets. If you have any questions along the way, please feel free to reach out to me. I know that there are going to be certain situations or circumstances that come up. So yeah, just feel free to reach out to me with any questions, comments, concerns, and I'll support you as best I can. Thank you, everyone.